Matt Pittman, a.k.a. Meat Church, in studio to get you ready for your Thanksgiving. I know Brian Broadus is tuned in. Corey Majors is tuned in. You brought in some stuff for tomorrow with the KMC Peace-a-thon, so that was awesome. Hooking up Corey and Kevin. So people get barbecue crazy with their turkeys. You're posting like more turkey videos than you do brisket videos.
It's insane.
People want to smoke turkeys.
Yeah, that's the thing. We put out more recipes and videos during the last 2 months of the year than any time else in the year. We actually do about 40% of our business in the last 2 months of the year.
Wow.
So we're real focused on holidays just because we've learned that from our audience. People want to get outside and cook their turkey. I guess we all grew up with grandma's dry turkey, and everybody thinks they can do better.
So the number one most popular technique that you're doing is what with it? Are you smoking and frying, just straight smoking it? You injecting it? What's the number one most popular?
So we've done them all, love them all, but spatchcocking a turkey, which, it's the funnest word to say.
That's why RJ was late this morning.
Yeah.
He wasn't late. It was close.
I was close. I made it by 5 minutes. I don't know how. I made it.
Yeah, so you remove the backbone from a turkey so that it lays flat. It cooks more evenly. It cooks quicker. I think it looks pretty. Yeah.
Spread the legs.
Spread
the legs
and the thighs.
Blow out the backbone, yeah.
Push the breast to spread that.
And that's how you spatchcock it. Yep.
That's how you do it.
That's how you do it.
We're definitely doing a collaborative video next year.
See, that's Matt's OF right there.
There it is.
So that spreads it out more evenly. What about injecting? Injecting before spatchcocking.
So I'm all about, putting some moisture in the bird.
Yep.
So, whether you want to brine or inject or both.
Okay. And then
fantastic.
how about some mayonnaise? Spread it.
Well,
That's actually a thing. That's
People
actually
know
a thing.
it's not.
Yeah.
No.
It's actually a thing.
Absolutely not.
100%.
Nobody puts mayonnaise on the outside of their turkey.
100%. My buddy Tim Hollingsworth was just on Fallon last week, and he talked about it. Yeah, it's
A
a
barbecue
big deal.
guy?
Oh yeah, I'm going.
You're
after
going on
Tim.
Jimmy Fallon?
Yeah.
What?
You booked me first. Thank you.
You're going on Fallon?
Yeah.
Holy crap. Do you have an agent?
You're talking to him.
Is Pittman your last name?
No, I changed it when I got good at barbecue. I'm like the meta world piece of barbecue.
I knew it. I told Bassick.
There's no way it's Pittman.
I know. Kevin's
Pittman.
like, oh, it's a common name. I'm like, no, it's not Matt Pittman, and he just became the face of Texas barbecue.
I think he's trolling. I think Pittman is his last name.
Is it? I'm
I
going
mean,
to look at it. Do you have a Wikipedia?
It is spelled with 2 T's. I don't. I haven't made it yet, so no.
Oh, you're not supposed to make it. When you're real deal,
Someone's
they
supposed
make
to
it
make it for you. That's why we don't have one.
Well, you're supposed. Yeah, we're supposed to go ahead and change
I'll tell you what. I'll make yours. You make mine.
Okay, sure.
I tried to change my high schools to include me in notable alumni. Rebuffed.
Your high school wouldn't do it?
They changed it back. Like, we don't know who the hell you are.
All right, but for real, people do put mayonnaise on it.
Yeah, true story. So it actually acts as a like moisture barrier, but it's great. So I have a few videos where I do that on just a big turkey breast, but it's actually a technique on whole turkeys as well.
Can you taste the mayo?
No, there's no. It's a very light coating, so it helps the seasoning adhere. Like I said, helps maintain moisture. I think it gives like a little unique flavor, but it's not like you're gonna be like, oh, that tastes like Duke's. It's not
Chop,
like that.
it's like you putting the mustard on your steaks. He's putting mustard on his steaks like you're supposed to. Look at Matt's face. Look at Pittman's face.
You're not taking him to Nick and Sam's, are you?
He's doing it like he's treating his steaks like briskets. He's putting mustard on them. He loves mustard.
I love mustard.
Well, I do love mustard too. I had a potato salad that one of my guys made yesterday with mustard, and it was solid.
Are you typically a mayo potato salad guy?
I'm a sour cream potato salad guy.
That's a thing?
Loaded baked potato salad.
What are going to be the sides on your table?
Hopefully whatever my brother makes, because I'm about to be off for the rest of the year. I'm kidding.
Oh.
No.
You don't cook your own Thanksgiving?
I do. I've had so much turkey already this year, like I can hardly look at another one. But the boss has said, I want a turkey, so I'm having one more.
All right, when you cook all this, that's y'all's food for the week?
Normally I give it to my team. I mean, I'll take my test bite and whatnot. But
my test bite, my team.
Well, I have employees. I have a company. So
okay,
yeah. Usually call it a couple employees. Not
but
a
at
team.
the store or people on your web team, how many people does it take to make a video?
So there are.
Set us up with how it goes.
Let me take you behind the scenes,
please.
So there's 4 of us on the Meat Church production team.
Okay,
right?
The production.
I'm just the face. Much like back in my porn career, there's someone doing all the hard
work. We're all
work.
dancing around it, and then Matt just goes, bam, for the P word.
I think being the face is the last thing you would want to be in that career.
Yeah, it's not as rewarding.
A little too rewarding,
All right,
maybe.
don't take us so much behind it. Yeah, take us behind the scenes.
I don't want to end this regular segment after the first week.
That's right.
All right, so there are four of us. Myself, obviously, my buddy Kirk, who used to be on Fast and Loud, and when Richard and that show went apart, I snagged Kirk. And then longtime friend Don, who he helps shop everything. He kind of does a little food styling. And then my daughter-in-law Kate, who shoots all of my pictures. She's basically the boss at Meat Church, but she's a really good photographer. So she comes and hangs out and takes a little video with her iPhone and shoots a bunch of pictures and edit them. So when you go on the website, you could see her photos. And then Kirk goes off and creates the video, and then he does a couple cut downs with it that we put on social media, and that's the magic.
And then you have all this food that you're cooking. You usually hand it out to them. It's not like dinner for that night and the rest of the week.
I give them first dibs usually, unless it's something I know that my wife is really going to want to have, and I'll keep it. But true story, we cooked so much turkey this year. We got down to the third turkey, and I took my slice and ate the bite, and I literally took the turkey next door to my neighbors. I said, I know this is a little weird that there's a chunk missing out of the turkey, but do y'all want this?
What is the most common mistake people are making with making their turkeys?
People dry it out. So, I kind of half joking, half serious saying we grew up with dry turkey. You didn't know any better, but when we were all younger, people like I say grandma, moms, whatever, they relied on a little white button thermometer that came with a turkey. Those don't pop to like 180. Poultry is going to dry out after 165. So I tell everybody, go buy yourself an instant read thermometer, no matter what you're cooking. That's what helps you nail the desired internal temperature. Same thing with steak. So when you put mustard on it, it's going to taste amazing. You don't want to overcook it. So people, they just dry it out. So just, making sure you don't overcook it is the biggest thing.
If anyone has their Meat Church questions, we will open up the hotline to see if we can get a call from Matt Pittman at 877-881-1053. It could just be Brian brought us. Now, frying, I've never had a fried turkey, and I'm too terrified to do it. Is it?
Yeah.
Have you, Chop?
I've tried it. Yes, I've not done it myself. I don't have one of those, that capability or desire.
What do you think about those?
Big fan. I mean, honestly, probably my favorite. And
Really?
So I'm being honest with you, right? I'm coming from a smoking guy here. Yeah, that's how I first got into it. When I first started with the tailgating the Cowboys, when we got to Thanksgiving 24 years ago, somebody had to cook the turkey, and so I started doing it. But a Cajun fried turkey is awesome.
So do you smoke it then fry it?
I've done that too, but not normally. Last year I did a video on smoking and then frying, so smoke fried. Honestly, I prefer to inject it with Creole butter, put a salt forward rub on it. You don't want something too sugary, and put it in peanut oil, 325, 350. And it's super, super simple, and it's so juicy and delicious, and crispy skin's awesome.
So it explodes if it's still frozen and that ice gets in the oil.
Yeah, someone was trolling in our Facebook group today, the Meat Church congregation. They said they're coming home late, from flight delayed, whatever. They're going to drop it in frozen. I said, well, that's going to be a big insurance claim.
And what's the biggest accident you've seen with it?
Catch fire.
Catch fire.
Put something in too cold and, like you said, frozen, ice, whatever, and the oil come flying over, hit the flames, whatever.
How much oil does it take? Can I get like a regular old big pot, or I got to get something special?
Yeah, you need to get a turkey
Bunsen-
pot, but
Yeah.
oil has gone up over the last couple of years, unfortunately. So it's almost $50. So I think it's like a 3.5-gallon carton.
What'd you say, Chop?
Thanks, Biden.
All right, we actually have Tolos calling for Matt Pittman, getting you ready for Thanksgiving. Of course, this week, Cowboys, Commanders on this radio station. Let's get to Ben in Arlington. Ben, you are live on the Fan with Meat Church.
How we doing, fellas?
What's up?
Having a good morning?
Yeah, we are.
All right, so I got a couple meat questions. So for the people that don't really know, for the Tolos that don't know how to cook, can you go through a rundown of the temperatures that you want each meat? So for steak, chicken, pork, all of those, what's the ideal temperature for all those?
Wow, good call.
Yeah, all right. Well, steak, I'm a medium rare guy, so I go no more than 130 internal, maybe a little under. The wife likes closer to medium, so that's more like 140. I did pork tenderloins last week. That's 145, so I'm pulling by 140. By the way, anytime you're cooking a meat, you can pull it a few degrees below your target. It's going to carry over cook.
Because don't you think the chicken and the turkey should be 160?
Yeah, no more than 160 for sure.
Yeah.
In the white meat, because the dark meat's going to be higher, and that's okay. You can take that stuff more, and it's not going to hurt it because it's super juicy.
And then did he ask anything else? That was the poultry question. So the thing everyone's asking, what do you want for Christmas, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, those little thermometers, those mini ones, do they work great? Choppy, you just stick this in the steak, put it in the grill. They don't burn up and they're accurate.
Yeah, there's a couple that
rather than to cook it and then put the thermometer in.
Going in.
Yeah, it just you put it in the raw meat.
Meter's a really cool one. Meter's something I got involved in their Kickstarter years ago, but it's a wireless thermometer that you plug in and the high heat is okay. It connects to your app. It's great.
Frank in Arlington. Frank, you're live with Meat Church Matt Pittman. Go ahead, boss.
Hey, what's going on, Matt? I got 2 questions for you, buddy. Hey, first one, I was just wondering if you have a steak on a flat grill, what's the best way to keep it moist without, drying it out on the steak? And the second question would be, where'd you come up with your name, Matt? The Meat Church.
Yeah, well,
made it up.
So we're gonna stick with the temperature thing on your first question. The way you're not gonna dry it out is just make it. You're just gonna basically. I put a steak on. I flip it every couple minutes or so, or I reverse sear it. Just make sure you're keeping that temperature below your desired target. Meat Church, there's a fine, funny lady in Dallas named Alice Lasage. She owns Meat Fight, and years ago, I think it's 2013, she took a picture of a tray of barbecue at Slow Bone, one of my favorite barbecue joints, and she said something like, I'm about to have she posted it on a Sunday morning, and she said, I'm about to have my hashtag Meat Church, and I screenshot it and thought it was funny, and down the road asked her if I could use it for our name, and the rest is history.
Oh, so you jacked it.
Stole it.
Man.
I wouldn't say I stole it. I mean, I
What
asked
did she get
permission.
out of it? Did she get money?
Well, we do support Meat Fight. We do quite a lot with those guys every year. I'm going to pay it forward to them for the rest of my life.
We got breaking news. The Steelers have fired their offensive coordinator. Pittsburgh, what was that? Has been outgained?
In all 10 games.
And outscored in all 10 games according to
That's
LeBron.
right.
So
They ranked
and yet they still
28th.
have a winning record.
So Matt Canada is out and gone.
28th in points per game, 31st in yards per game, pass yards, and then 16th in rush yards.
I can't believe we're taking barbecue phone calls. Look at the amount of calls lined up. Eric in Dallas, you're up next here on Shan and RJ. Go ahead, boss.
Yes, sir. I got 2 questions. First one, I see, I'm a beginner on steak part. I see a lot of videos with people telling you different type of seasonings. How do you like to season your steaks? And then secondly, when making that, your turkey dinner sandwich, you got the buns, you got the stuffing, you got your cranberry, you got your turkey. I like to put the mustard right between the buns. Where do you like to put the mustard?
Wow. Another OF idea.
Another idea.
Yeah.
What if Matt leaves here with a collaboration with Tiffany Gomez?
Yeah, I wrote down favorite meat and favorite rub, but I don't know if it's for her or him.
All right. Well, season your steak with Meat Church. Holy cow. My rubs come with a happy ending. So
SPG, little something.
Holy cow really is. It's a great steak rub. That's how I developed it.
Is that your what's your number one seller? And what are you telling people to put on the turkey?
I brought all of those for you guys today.
Oh, Bobby, don't.
I'm just looking.
Just don't.
Yeah, that's the
I
brine.
can't look.
Pull the
Yeah,
brine
just
out
don't
there,
touch
though.
them.
All right. We're going to go here. You got 5 choices from Meat Church. Honey Hog, Texas Sugar,
Oh yeah.
Holy Gospel, The Gospel, and then my favorite on poultry, Holy Voodoo.
Are you cooking yours, Bobby? Because your cooking skills have grown in the past few months.
We already ate our turkey on Sunday. Because we already did that. That's
did?
unfortunately why I missed the pregame show. So,
Awesome. Wow. Daniel in Mineral Wells. Daniel, you're live on 105.3 The Fan. We got Matt Pittman from Meat Church in studio. Go ahead, Dan.
Yeah, good morning, guys. Hey, Matt, I had a question for you here, man. I got a Pit Boss XL. I'm having trouble nailing down the brisket. I use your recipe to the T, and I'm just having a hard time. So a lot of times the flat will be tender and moist, and the point I can't get it there. So I just wondered if you got any more tips, something we don't see in video that you could help us out with. And
If
man,
you're-
I seen you at the Cowboys game when we played the Rams. I should have got a picture. I'm a big fan, but you was with your son. I'll let you make it there. But yeah, I should have got a picture of you guys. I'm a big fan.
Well, holler at me next time. And I don't know if I'm still on the most wanted list at Mineral Wells, but I burned down 600 acres there in the 8th grade on accident shooting a bottle rocket at my brother. But
Whoa! Wow. Hang on.
Oh, yeah.
You burnt down.
Yeah. We were in the middle of what you call a drought, and I didn't know what that was. I just moved here. Yeah.
And how much land did you burn?
Like 600 acres.
You're joking.
Swear.
600.
Yeah, it was
You
on
know,
the
they
front
have droughts
page.
in other parts of the country. You didn't know.
I didn't really know what they were.
He's young. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Anyway, back to the question.
And no juvie?
No.
Okay.
No, thank goodness.
That's why he
no.
had to change his last name. It had nothing to do with the barbecue.
It was Matt Sparks.
Hopefully the statute of limitations is going.
I think you're okay. I think you're okay on that one.
To the question.
Yeah, back to brisket. That's interesting. Normally, I teach people to cook the flat to where you want it, and the point will normally be there. It sounds like you may need to rotate the brisket around while you're cooking it and probe both the flat and the point to make sure they're where they need to be. But generally, if you cook the point accurately, the flat accurately, the point is going to be okay. But you might want to rotate it around. You might be getting a little hot spot or something on your pit boss.
But my idea that I want to do next is I just want to separate them. Why would
You
I
can do that.
Why would I not cut them, separate them, and take the flat off early?
It's a good question. Aaron Franklin said years ago he thinks whole packers cook differently when they're connected with the fat in between, and I agree, and I prefer to cook it that way. But in competition, many people separate the two. They cook their flat for slices and their point for their burn-in, so you definitely can separate them.
I got a question on Twitter. Combat Wombat says he's moving to Montana next summer. Wants to know if you've ever done anything with bison.
I have, not a whole lot. It's really lean. I actually still have a little bit with me because I got a bunch of friends up there. So I have. You just have to make sure to. I kind of undercook that because it's such a lean meat, but it's great.
So what is the ideal time temp for the turkey? I know everyone's calling asking about steaks and brisket, but time temp turkey that you would suggest.
Yeah, here we are in Texas. Everybody's like, screw the turkey.
I know.
We're going straight to beef.
Brisket's for Thursday.
So, cooking turkey, my smoked turkey recipes, I preach 275 degrees, but I will say up front, you can go a little lower if you want a little smokier. I don't really advise that because it's just going to lead to rubbery skin. Or you can go hotter if you want. You can go as hot as you want. If you don't, you have to really keep an eye on. If you're going 325, 350, your skin may pop. And why do I care? Well, if you're putting it on your table, I always say your family's going to judge you. This is like the centerpiece of your holiday meal, so people want it to look really pretty. But as hot as you want to cook is actually fine. You just got to make sure it doesn't get away from you. But I go 275 middle of the road.
And how long will that take?
So I highly advise people to buy 12, 13, 14-pound turkeys. Don't be buying any 24-pound turkeys. They take too long to cook. They're not as good. They don't taste as good. So if you're cooking that size, I recommend you spatchcock, you're 3.5 hours at 275.
I was taking it all in.
Matt Pittman, Meat Church. Look at all these leeches texting me. He got seasonings in there. Cody, get me a couch.
Cody,
and then you can have some
he's a
seasoning.
vegan.
I know
He doesn't even eat turkey.